So today we're going to install the Airlock 1 on a Mach 15 4800 series AC unit on a Class A coach. As you can see, here's the device. Here's the Mach 15 AC unit, recently serviced. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the magnet itself, and there's a positioning label inside the Mach 15, which we will see when we open up the case of the AC. It's going to show you an indicator label marked for heat or air purifier. So that's where we'll be positioning the Airlock 1. First step, let's remove the two screws that sit behind the magnetic mounting plate, as we're going to reposition the magnetic plates to the outside edge for a better positioning on the Mach 15 AC unit. As you can see, there is one magnet bracket here, now completely repositioned to the back side of the Airlock 1. For positioning on the Mach 15 straight against the metal bracket. You also have the option of using self-tap screws, which you can do, but the magnets are fairly strong and I think they will work just fine. You can see both magnet brackets have been repositioned to the back side of the Airlock 1 because we'll be positioning it against the metal frame. Cut the clip connectors, which are just an open-ended connector, off the black and red from the Airlock, as it will be hardwired into the black and the ground on the system. Now we've released the side mount screws and the soft start device, and as you can see, we're now looking inside the Mach 15 AC unit by Coleman. So this is your control unit. I'm going to be opening that up and exposing the AC wiring and exposing the harness for the DC connect to the fan motor. Simply two butterfly knots on each side of the device will release the box, the unit, from the mount. Have the control unit released from the housing mount, and as you can see, there are model numbers and labels there for the control assembly as well as the thermostat wiring. I suggest you photograph that for future reference. Again, this is a 4800 series Mach 15 by Coleman. And on the inside of the plate, you'll see a complete wiring diagram for the Coleman Mach unit. Again, it's great to have a photograph or picture taken of this so you have full record in the future if you end up having to have or need the wiring diagram. So as we move inside the control unit, here is the 110 AC power source, green ground and copper cable ground, and your black and white. And of course your wiring harness, as you can see right here. We're going to be opening that up as well and showing you which wires to connect for the Airlock 1 install. First up, check for power, which we're going to do. Recommend something as simple as a Klein voltage, no-touch voltage tester, which will let you know if there's power at any source. And as you can see, we're hearing a tone, so letting us know that this is live power here. So we have to ensure that we turn the breaker off, come back and test again to make sure we're not getting tone or any beeps for AC power on the line, to ensure that you don't get electrical shock. Okay, we've turned off the breakers to both AC units on the Coleman Mach 15s, and I'm going to test again along the power wire, looking for any voltage to ensure that we have everything shut down, so we don't end up with the hazard of severe electrical shock. And there we go, we have a cold unit. All power's off, now we're ready to work on it. First thing first is to pull out your AC wire. We're going to be connecting to the ground, which is the green and the solid copper. So essentially black, the black cable coming from your airlock. The black cable coming from your airlock one is going to be wire nut into your green solid copper ground. Ease of installation, I pulled back the protective sheeting, which is a rubberized protective sheeting. Very easy to just to pull back and held in place with some electrical tape until I finish the connections. Then I can release the protective sheeting. As you can see, I've made the black ground connection to the green and solid copper wire of the AC coming in, the AC 110 AC coming into the control unit, and use some electrical tape just to weather protect the back of the wire nut. Next step is we're going to show you in harness where the red cable is going to be connected from the airlock to the fan power source. We've disconnected the pin connector for the module that controls the control panel that controls the AC unit. Inside, you're going to see we're going to expose a black wire where we will connect the power source for the fan. You can see here's the black wire. We're going to be using Wago connectors, which are simple to use, and then we'll electrical tape it for weatherproofing. And yeah, we're going to make this connection now, which is the red wire from the airlock system to the black wire in your Mach 15 harness. I'm using a Wago triple wire connector, and we're just going to simply plug in the connections. The cut wire from your harness, and insert the wire from your red wire to the black from your airlock one, which will drive the power to the fan. There is the power source to the airlock, the red wire to the black on the your harness to the AC control, using Wago connectors. I find that these are quite easy, quite simple to use, and I always electrical tape the back so they just, you know, they can't let go, and give them a little bit of weatherproofing. Here you have your final connection to your control unit pin connector. As well as you can see your ground connection to the green and copper. Simple process. Don't be afraid of it as long as your power's off. Now I always like to run a power test on wiring before I button everything up to make sure that everything is operational, and then we can package this back up. We're looking for a blue light. Running the power test, turning on the fan, ensure we have blue light. And there we have. Blue light is glowing. Everything is working. The airlock is powered. Now we just button it up. Reverse the process, taking apart all the wires back. Tape anything that you've had exposed for weatherproofing, and your airlock is good to go. Okay, as we see here, everything is buttoned back up. I've used zip ties to tie up the excess wires so we have clear space. I use some thermal tape, duct tape, just to insulate the interior duct, just in case there was any leaking while I had it open. And you can see the airlock sitting in position where it was marked on the Coleman AC mock for either heater or air purification. So one more test, and then we'll be good to close up the case. Your airlock is lit up with the blue-purple light. Everything is working fine. Started right up. Power source is working. So, yep, we're ready to button up the case. Thank you for watching.